Hail Mary, me tell you I'm at the Soup Kitchen. Of course, today it is the 27th of August, and as you know, today is the day of I have the Section 8 inspection. I touched up my house yesterday. I cleaned up a lot of things. I did everything I could do on my side. Now, unfortunately, there's a chance it might rain today. Just give me a second here when I put some coffee into this cocoa cup so I can rinse this out here. It might rain today. It might. And where I'm living, it says 50% chance of precipitation. And what that means is, if it rains, the inspector comes for Section 8 and he sees it, and if my ceiling starts leaking, of course, that's going to be the end of that. I don't know if it's going to leak or not. I have no idea. But all I know is that I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that my apartment is going to pass because of my efforts. So that's what I did. I worked on getting my apartment to pass. And now, of course, we're going to see what happens. And so, am I going to relocate? I don't know. I already went through a couple scenarios, and let me just kind of rehash them, just so you understand. Depending on how this goes. Number one, if this option A, if the Section 8 voucher is passed and everything goes fine, we continue like normal. Option B is if the Section 8 voucher fails and Jimmy doesn't fix what's going to be fixed, then I would be paying the $700 a month rent, and that would mean is that I'm probably going to need consider option C, which is to get a roommate to help defray the operating expenses. Option E is to move. Move where? I don't know. Okay, but the idea is it's going to cost money and it's going to require storage. It's going to require a moving truck. Last month's rent, security deposit, finding an apartment, finding a negotiable landlord. The whole ball and wax. You know what I'm saying? Option F is to, why not? It's as good as I'm going to get for the same price I'm paying. I can move into the residential hotel Ed's living in now, except for one problem. There is very little transportation out of that residential hotel. T-Mobile phone service is spotty at best. There is Wi-Fi, but you know that's about it. It's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's as far as can be while still being on a major highway. So actually, I might have a possible relationship at this point with a lady from New York City. But I don't know anything really about it right now because we're still in the early stages of talking, and we'll see how it goes. And she has a house and she lives in the Bronx. Okay, now I know what you're going to say. The Bronx? You kidding me? The Bronx? Well, there are parts of the Bronx in New York that are pretty rough, and there are parts of the Bronx in New York that have been through what they call gentrification, have been cleaned up a lot and have improved a lot. So the Bronx may not necessarily be so bad. If I can move in and me and her seriously, a relationship takes off and it really works out well, then maybe there might be an option. Okay, but for right now, that's more like option G. That's like, I'd like to see the option G move to option, B, but give it some time, okay? It's not going to happen right away. Speaking of that, the Democrats in the Senate are afraid that coming up with November elections, that they might be losing a lot more, the Democratic majority of the Senate. because a lot of Democrats are not doing too well in their home states. So there may be a serious possibility that we might have a Republican-controlled House and a Republican-controlled Senate. And if that does work out that way, maybe we can finally start getting some things done to deal with the issues in life in the world around us, such as repealing Obamacare, closing the doors to the NSA, and also maybe file articles of impeachment against President Barack Obama. We don't know what they might decide to do, because clearly the Republicans know that Obama has been doing everything he can to flaunt the law of the Constitution and turn this country into almost a strict monarchy. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's just the way I see the problems around us now. As far as the government goes, it's a mess. And we've mentioned that many times in our videos, and I'm not going to keep going on with that because I'm going to run out of minutes real quick. So, for right now, I just wanted to let you know what the latest story is. So, again, keep watching the videos. Don't forget to like or dislike, share with your friends. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.